I have received a message from one of my disciples. She writes, really feeling exhausted now, Guruji. How do we get to know whether we are destined for something or not, so that at least we don't run behind it endlessly and finally accept that it is not meant for us? Accepting or running behind endlessly, when and what is to be done out of the two? I hope I am able to frame it in a tight manner. Kindly guide, help, Charan Sparsh, Guruji. She also goes ahead to write, honestly, all my strength and faith is you now. Please don't leave me ever, even if I commit something wrong. I always say that acceptance is the closest proximity to nature. If we can accept things the way it comes, you don't need anything in life. To me, that practice is Brahma. It is not just sitting and closing your eyes and meditating on something. If you can accept the life, what is offered to you, the way it has been offered, that itself is Brahma. How are we supposed to know whether this is going to work out or not? One thing is sure, unless you are conscious, you will not know. In fact, when you are conscious right away, when you enter into it itself, you will know whether this is workable or not. There will be nothing like running behind it. The running behind it happens because you are unconscious. When you are unconscious, you have to run behind it, whether you like it or not. And when you start feeling tiresome, then the question comes whether you have to further run behind it or not. Please remember, life is choiceless. If you are still running behind it even after you are tiresome or exhausted, it means it is designed so. It is not that at the end you are going to be fructified, you are going to be blessed with what you are running behind. Probably at a later date, after some more time running behind it, you may find it not okay and stop somewhere. So, you don't have any choice in life. You don't have any choice. We imagine as though there is a choice. That's the problem. We imagine as though there is a choice. Anything you do is choiceless. How long you will run. Whether you get it, you don't get it. That is the destiny. Destiny is what you are doing is the destiny. Ultimately, what result you achieve out of it is destiny. You are running behind it is also destiny, is a part of that destiny. So there is nothing like a logical end. Okay, of course, when you get tiresome, exhausted, at one point of time you will feel you will stop it. Stop running behind it. Another point of time you will once again start running behind it. This is because no one can decide whether it is destiny or not, unless you are conscious. If you are a very conscious person, Even before running behind it, you will know whether this is for you or not. When you are unconscious, there is no other option other than to run behind it. Yeah, there is no other option. If you treat life as choiceless and you have to accept what comes out of it, running behind it is also a process which you have to do. Not that you will simply keep quiet. It is not that you will just simply keep quiet and not take any step. Yes, you may have to take steps. You have to work for it. You have to move towards it. Absolutely, the feeling of running behind doesn't come when you do not expect anything out of it. But as a normal person, we always expect something to happen favorably, for which we are running behind. So that expectation leads to a sort of frustration. After some time, you feel exhausted, you feel frustrated. You will say that, let this end with today. After 1 week, 10 days, once again you will start running behind it. The person who thought that let us put a full stop to it, there is nothing like a logical end. Once the exhaustion is over, once again you start working for it. So there is nothing like you are guessing what will be the result. The result we will know only later. And please remember, even after you get the result, that will be the starting point of something else. And you will be running behind that something else. As long as you live life on earth, you keep working, you keep doing something. So running behind is also a system of working. Yes. And more so when it is closer to the heart. There is nothing like running behind. You are putting your soul into it and you are working for it. The resultant effect may be to your favor or may not be. I don't say that. I don't say by merely running behind you are going to get it. No. But as you do the process of running behind, there are many services that come out of it. There are many people who may have a benefit of those services. There may be many things that may be happening, because when you run behind, suppose there is a business and you are running behind that business, you will be talking to so many people, you will be paying for it, you will be probably, helping so many people. So in the process, so many things do happen. In running behind, it's not just a one-pointed action by you. There are a lot of reactions in the process. I mean, that is all a part of destiny. Somebody was to be benefited with some money, somebody was to be benefited with some service from you. All these things form a form of running behind. You are getting exhausted is another thing. But in the process, you might have helped a lot of people in achieving their objectives. Or you might have helped some people by giving some money. So running behind is, yes, you are putting heart and soul into it and you are running behind. Since expectation is there, you feel exhausted, you feel tired. Once again, when the exhaustion comes when you feel tired, you say, that is all, I don't want to proceed further. You make tall promises, but down the lane after 1 week or 10 days, you once again start running behind. Because that is the desire. The desire to run behind is always there. We keep doing something in life. Somebody wants to start a factory, that is his desire, he will be running for that. Somebody is already having a hospital, he is running behind. Because the hospital has to be maintained, so he has to run behind the doctors, he has to run behind various management specialists, he has to run behind the paramedical staff, nurses, he should have all the demons, he will be running behind. It's a continuous process. Once you build a hospital, it's not the end of it. In fact, it's a beginning of some other service. So when you run behind, you also do some service to so many people in the process, because their destiny is there in what you do, what you have to do. Probably that is karma, that is from the past. So from the past, when karma is there, you will be running behind. Sometimes we will be going on searching for some work or job or whatever it is. And that is the process of running behind. We will be giving work to so many people who will be analyzing about us to take us into the job. And after you go into the job, you will be once again working. Yes, that is also a sort of running behind. So after working for some time, you feel exhausted. You will leave one company and go to another company. That is also running behind. So once you are born in life, you keep running behind something or the other. That is the truth. If you are very conscious, you will know, yes, this is not my destiny. I am not going to run behind this. Or where your destiny lies, you know very well, this is my destiny. That is also a part of choicelessness. You are being conscious or not conscious is also a part of consciousness. And if I have said something wrong, there is nothing. You are not the doer. Are you the doer? No. Lord is the doer. Ultimately, the final power, whatever name you may call it Krishna, call it Bhairava, call it Narasimha, call it by any name, Shiva, Rudra, call it by any name. It has got absolute control over how the system of things work in the nature. That universal consciousness, that intelligence from which we are all sourced, that is called Para, and we are the Jiva. So, as a normal Jiva, we are not that conscious. Though we emanate from the universal consciousness, our intellect is not upgraded to that stage of cosmic intelligence. And whatever we do is more cosmetic by nature, but still we will be in the process doing some service to some people. Even if you go to a barber shop to probably comb your things or cut short your hair or beard, that's a sort of service. You give it to him. No doubt he beautifies you. In the process he earns a little bit of money. So which barber shop you go, sometimes you will regularly visit one fellow, sometimes you will go to various fellows. Whatever it is, you give him a job. You give him money. He does the job for you and you are very happy about it. Once again, he has to purchase a lot of scissors and various equipments necessary to perform the job. Once again, he goes to the market and gets it. All these things are once again manufactured by somebody else. So this is a continuous process. There is no let go. Your job is to keep trying. You cannot get exhausted. If not this, something else you have to run behind, and that is going to exhaust you. Human exhaustion is very normal. After all, humans are not organic, where you have a machine which runs for 10 years and after that you can replace the machine with another machine. It will not stop for all the 10 years. It is a sealed machine. It's mechanical. But human beings are organical. So when you are organic by nature, naturally you will feel tired, you will feel vexed, you will say, this is all. I cannot keep running behind this any longer. But after 10 days, 20 days or 1 month or 2 months, same desire will come into your mind and you will run behind the very same thing. Absolutely. You may choose something else to run behind, but that will also be so a part of the system, and you have to accept it. Work is always good. Anything it may be. A person may be working for a future. In an organization, he has to work a lot, he has to do a lot of work. Yes. Or a person may be preparing for some competitive examination, and he has to probably see all materials, work for 12 hours, 14 hours, 16 hours a day. Nowadays kids read for a very long period of time, then they appear in the exam, then they get. So, you can't keep quiet, you have to keep on doing something. At every point in life, either somebody serves you or you serve somebody. Every aspect of service is all this. To serve also, we need somebody. Unless you have a beggar, you cannot serve. For you to do Annadhanam in a temple, there must be some people to receive it. You cannot do Annadhanam in US. Of course, you can make some sandwiches and give it to the Salvation Army who will go to the downtown and distribute it to all the poor and the needy. But you cannot do it the way you are doing here, outside the temple. Nobody will be there outside the temple to take it. So every country has got its own structure. Here to do that service, some people are available. Or when you offer service also, there must be somebody to accept it. If service is to be offered, somebody has to be there. In fact, it may look very crude. If there are so many hospitals, equally there must be so many patients. Though we pay to Dhanvantari that everybody must be healthy, practically speaking, many of us are not well. So we visit the hospital. When we visit the hospital, the doctor or the nurse or the paramedical staff serve you. That's a sort of service. Maybe a paid service, maybe a non-paid service. It may be charitable institution hospital, charitable institution run hospital, or it may be a corporate hospital. Something will be done, but some service is being done. So, to do service, you need people who can accept your service. So, running behind means you are doing a lot of service in the process. And in the process, many people may be benefited out of it. Even suppose in a personal life, somebody is going behind somebody, he is in love with somebody. He will be doing so many things for her. He will purchase some gift, he will do some work for her, so many things. That also is running behind. He is trying to impress her. He is trying to impress his love to his lover so that she may accept him. Though love falls in its place and it's more a subject of the heart, nowadays kids keep running behind. So like this, any process of running behind is once again a sort of service. So to do service and to accept service. So if you are prepared to do some service, there must be some people to accept it. Otherwise, no. That's where I say the donor should thank the acceptor, not the acceptor the donor. To donate also, you should have somebody to receive it. So gracefully, if somebody is receiving it, the donor should thank the acceptor, not writing a receipt received with thanks from so and so. No. Not thanks. Because there is an acceptor, there is a donor. Because there is a donor, there is an acceptor. If the donor is there, there will be an acceptor. Otherwise, there is no value for the donor. So the donor, whatever he donates, there must be somebody to accept that. An unaccepted gift goes back to the very same person. Gautam Buddha, somebody was cursing him left and right because her husband has become a monk. So she was very much affected. She said, what sort of a guy you are? You did not even verify whether that fellow has got any responsibilities in the family or anything like that. And you just encouraged him to walk into your monastery, and you have taken him into your scheme of things. Today I am suffering because of you. What sort of a guru you are? She was going on, cursing him left and right. Still Buddha was smiling. After 2 hours, Buddha said, I will go into the village. I have to meet some people. After 1 hour, I will come back and sit here. You can start once again. I have to go now, she said. She said, what sort of a fellow you are? You are going on accepting my curse. I am cursing you and you are accepting. Buddha said, please stop. Whatever gift you are giving in the form of curse is there. I have not accepted. I am not prepared to accept what all you said about me. It's a gift not accepted by me. You know, a gift which is not accepted by the donee belongs to the donor. So you have to accept it and go. You have to take it and go. So whatever you have cursed me is more yours, it's not mine. It's not going to have an impact on mine. So life goes on like that. Every part of life is a service. Everything is service. Without service, there is no life. Life means service. Anything you do results in service. Either somebody doing service to you or you doing service to somebody. So don't get tired. Don't get exhausted. Keep walking, keep walking, keep walking. Let us see a logical end. Probably today we are not seeing a logical end. It may come tomorrow, it may come after 10 years, it may come after 20 years, whatever it is. Keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it. If you are exhausted, don't go back into it. If you are tired, after 10 days, once again, don't go back into it. Don't make resolutions which your body and mind cannot stand. So, in case you are very tired, just drop it. Don't go behind it. Why are you going behind it? If you are so much exhausted, take it as your destiny. Stop it. But somewhere in your mind, it says that it is not your destiny. So you keep on trying. The unconscious mind says it is not your destiny. So you are working for it. Keep working for it. Let us see where it goes. Expectations lead to disappointment. In life, any sort of expectation will lead to disappointment. The lesser the expectation, the lesser the disappointment. Yeah, sometimes desire fructifies. I don't say all desires go haywire. Sometimes desires do fructify. So let us see. If you are exhausted, drop it. God bless you all. See you some other day. Thank you so much.